3 out from Munster. His first, the Bulls first. Bucks in the line.
Got 2.
Number 4, Sidney Moncrief, shooting 2.
All 4 Bucks points. 4-2 Milwaukee. First round playoff action. This is the first game. These teams split on the season. 3 apiece. Here's Michael Jordan into the paint. What a move. Puts it up. Great shot. He put it off of the glass. Puts it in, and we're tied at 4. That was a major league shot.
Well, he put that up at the top of the line in that box. Driving shot. It's a tough one, is right.
Moncrief puts it down, stutter stepping, he was fouled. We saw Woolridge that time paired off on Moncrief, and Woolridge picked up the personal foul. The second team foul.
He picked him up on a switch to go through, and I think Corzine might have bumped him into him, but back to the line, Sidney Moncrief has got all 4 points for the Bucks. He made 2 free throws there earlier when he was fouled by Corzine. He is going to be the man in motion. He will not be standing still tonight, Phil.
Moncrief has 5. He never does stand still, never did in his college days when he played for Eddie Sutton. And that's, of course, part of the reason why the fans love him so much. You know, this is a city with a very strong work ethic, like Chicago. There's so many parallels you can draw between Milwaukee and Chicago that are similar about the 2 towns. The way they are, they have a very strong ethnic population, both. Woolridge nearly stolen. Jordan got it back. Penetrates. Basket, it counts. He was fouled as he put it high off of the glass. What a great recovery by Jordan, and the Bulls have their first lead.
Well, the Bucks miss a fast break on a steal. Everybody going one way. Michael Jordan picks it up and goes back in, lays it off the glass again. Alton Lister looks over his shoulder, watches it go through, picks the foul up. Michael Jordan tries for point number 5. The rookie is ready now. He missed his first 2 shots, Bill. He's got 5 now.
But now he is off and running. You get that first one down. That's all the confidence that Jordan needs, and he knows he'll be counted upon heavily to score in this series. Bulls by a pair. This is their first lead of the game. Moncrief spinning. Jordan on him. Tried to pass it off to recover the blows ball and put it up and in. Moncrief has all 7 Milwaukee points. So we are tied once again. Matthews looking inside. Corzine is working very hard to get open. Puts the shot up. Wouldn't go down. Hodges comes flying out of there with it. He has Lister on the left wing. Hodges kicks it to the right wing. Cressy fouled as he tried to put it up.
I think the foul was really missed on Wes Matthews. He hit Hodges' heel as they came down, but Corzine draws foul number 2, firing down the lane. There's the Hodges pass off to the side to fake up. And into Dave Corzine. Corzine raised his hand and raised his voice to the official, but Pressy's at the line shooting 2, and the Bulls quickly in foul trouble, Bill.
Yeah, they have 3 team fouls, and we've only played a little over 3 minutes here. The clock is stopped at 8:48 of the first quarter, and the tie is broken. Milwaukee now on top by a point at 8-7. Cressy, a good foul shooter, especially this year. That probably is the area of his game. Not many people talk about it, but he's made dramatic improvement in his foul shooting ability. Woolridge to the powerful right hand, swept it up and in. When he gets into that position, he's almost unstoppable.
That was beautiful, Bill, because they were pressured to full court, and they're looking for the outlet pass right at half court to Orlando. Let him go one-on-one.
Here's Cummings, tied at 9. Cummings to his right, pulls up for the shot and hits it. Cummings to the baseline. He has his first 2. And if you think that's the only direction he can go, he has a great left-handed drive to go along with it. Bucks by a pair. Woolridge is high. Jordan down into the medium post to Greenwood. The fadeaway. Yes, it counts. He was able to get it down. Hit a lot of iron, but bounced through, and David Greenwood is on the board. All 4 of the 5 Bulls starters have scored now. Only Wes Matthews is without some type of point production. Lister on a fadeaway that switches it.
They would have liked to get one more foul that time on Corzine before he gets out of there, but Lister, instead of leaning into the hoop, faded away and made it count.
2 points to the Milwaukee lead. Bulls on the attack. Milwaukee does like to go down early in the post, don't they? They like to get it in low early if they can and try to challenge, get Lister going. Matthews underneath, missed off of the glass. Greenwood kept it alive. Matthews got it down. Credit David Greenwood with a good effort to tap that ball. All 5 Bulls starters have now scored. We're tied at 13, 7:20 remaining. First quarter. Hodges to Moncrief, a long one. Nope, not this time. Greenwood batted it out. And Wes Matthews lost the ball at half court. Milwaukee has it back. Juwan Oldham off of the Bulls bench, ready to come in. Nice move by Lister.
It could be David's 3rd foul. And that was a funny situation. You had Lister, the man coming down the middle. That's on Michael Jordan. They give it to him, his first, but Corzine is leaving with 2, and they mentioned Michael Jordan's name as the foul.
Juwan Oldham has come into the Bulls lineup at center, replacing Dave Corzine. So the Bulls do manage to get him out of there before he got his 3rd.
That was odd to see Elton Lister, the trailing man, coming down the middle. He got the ball at almost the top of the key, had to put it down on the floor. You don't like to do that to your big center trailing the play. 6'11 and a half coming down, has to put it on the floor to make his move, but he's there from the free throw line for his 3rd and 4th.
Alden Lister, one of several players who came out of a rather unheralded junior college by the name of San Jacinto down in South Texas, down around the Houston area. Played in relative obscurity, and then suddenly everybody knew about him. Matthews underneath, oh, he got hammered. He got blasted hard by Lister, who took the body fake, went up in the air.
Well, that time, I think that Wes Matthews was a little afraid to put it up. Now watch, he gets the ball, and he just jumps right in, tries to go on the other side, gets a forearm from Lister, his 2nd foul. When we come back, he'll be shooting a pair.
Timeout, 6:49 remaining first quarter of play, and it is the Bucks 15, the Bulls 13. Well, these 2 teams played even Steven during the season, Red, and we have it about as tight as you could expect. You know, Milwaukee likes to get a lead on people. They like to get right out of the gate, especially here at home, and get a nice commanding position and then see if people can challenge them. But the Bulls have played them even here early, and I really think that's to Chicago's advantage.
They played it very well here, and the chance of Wes Matthews to come out here with the 2 free throws. Oh, no, he said he was on the floor. He will not be shooting the 2, but the team foul situation now is the Bucks have only 2, the Bulls with 4.
Common foul, inbounds. Paul McKeskey has come into the Milwaukee lineup, so that gives a little extra beef situation. That's the shooting to the moment. The Bulls have been Well, both teams pretty hot. The Bulls have had far more opportunities, and Greenwood kicks it up another notch. Make that 7 for 12 now as Greenwood knocks it down. Got a nice feed inside from Orlando Woolridge and put it home. Paul McKeskey, who just came into the lineup for Milwaukee. Kicks it in the paint. Pressey overthrew Moncrief. They had a good ideal there, but the timing was off. Moncrief was late getting to the spot, and Pressey overled him. Out of bounds. We're tied at 15. Chicago going to break that tie as Jordan brings it into the forecourt. Moncrief is on him here. Now they double Greenwood. You see Hodges slid all the way over from the post position. Matthews loaded. Jordan nearly got that down. Pressey, feet ahead. Moncrief on the breakout all the way. He has 9 first quarter points. Super Sid, they call him up here. Got a picture of him on the media guide where he has a Superman outfit. And he's taking off his shirt, and there's the red S on his chest and everything to go with it. Matthews for 3. Didn't get it. Pressey, the Bucks by 2. Cummings on the breakout.
Well, they're releasing one man. They know that Michael might go to the boards, and Moncrief has twice been open, and that time they found the big guy.
Largest Milwaukee lead of 4 points. 5:25 remaining, first quarter of play. Well, this team can really punish you if you miss your shots. Matthews driving all the way in. Contact. Basket, it counts. Matthews got in there and bounced off of McKeskey like a tennis ball bouncing off of a hard wall.
A little bit close to leaning off with the right hand here. Now, watch him. McKeskey gives him the bang. He catches the iron. You see Hugh Hollins wait for it to fall through, and now little Wes gets 3 on the play.
And Wes Matthews, who started slowly, has 5 first quarter points. Bulls very balanced here in their scoring rate in the first quarter. Hodges throws it over the sideline as the Bucks turn it over once again. And the Bulls have it back.
Watch the Bulls. They're going to go right away. Hodges will go right to the man that has the ball. If it goes into the corner, they double team right away. Watch him. 1 second. He's looking. He's looking. There he is. He's cheating. There he is now on him.
Matthews is open. Kicked it over to Greenwood. The pump fake comes up shooting. No, but the tip by Juwan Oldham. Got in there deep and put it in. And the Bulls retake the lead at 20-19. We've had a seesaw first quarter. Hodges gets it across. Moncrief. Here's Pressey driving. Moncrief will shoot a long way. Front rimmed on it. Pressey got the rebound. He'll try. Pressey, who delivers that shot with that arm extended way out. He hardly brings the ball back. Draws it back to his body. That's how he can shoot among bigger men. Haynes wanted traveling there on Matthews. Double teaming Jordan. There's Hodges coming over. You mentioned it earlier, Red.
You got to move. Somebody's got to move. You can't stand still with this guy.
5 seconds to shoot. Matthews will fire. No, Greenwood's there. Slams it home.
Big quarter for David.
6 points. David Greenwood has risen to the challenge. He's probably heard all he wants to hear about Terry Cummings. And maybe that's his solution tonight. Here's Cummings. Greenwood will guard him. Moncrief, the screen down. Now they got a mismatch. Woolridge has picked up Cummings, but they can't get the ball into him because Woolridge is playing in front of him. Pressey. Nope. Battle for it. Greenwood goes to the floor. They'll jump it up.
That's something we didn't see too much of during the season. The Bulls down are getting floor burns, and that time David couldn't quite grab a hold of it. At one of those shots that hit the front rim, Pressey comes up short on it, and boy, it's hard to rebound when they hit that. David goes right down and says, I'm going to come up with a jump at the worst out of this. And now off the bench, we're going to be waving in another player here. Is that Pierce coming in?
Ricky Pierce, the former standout at Rice. Quinton Dailey has come in for the Bulls. That probably is what brought that move about from the Milwaukee bench. Dailey came in during the dead ball.
Yeah, they want somebody a little more physical on Dailey, I believe.
Bulls have a 5-inch height advantage on this jump. Moncrief 6'4", Greenwood 6'9". The tip. Pressey got inside position. It was tipped out of bounds. Juwan Oldham hit it last. So it'll be given out of bounds to the Milwaukee Bucks. Well, the Bulls are getting inside. Boy, that's great news to see that as far as Chicago fans are concerned.
They only scored 5 more points from other areas.
Yeah, indeed. So Ricky Pierce in the lineup now. Here's Cummings to the baseline. Boy, he is deadly. Terry Cummings has 6 points in the first quarter. And Milwaukee on top by a point. 3:20 remaining in the first. Bill Hazen and Johnny Kerr with ratings here on Sports Vision. Not only happy to welcome our regular viewers, but a lot of first-time viewers on new systems. around the Midwest that are joining us. We're happy to have you with us tonight. Jordan pulls up onto the glass. Went down. Tough. My goodness. Can he do it? Cummings, they try to double him. Cressy. Bulls will use that double teaming pressure. They will. We expect to see a lot of trapping, a lot of double teaming on the ball. Cressy leaning in. Nope. They bang it around. Bulls came out. Cressy stole the outlet pass. Moncrief. He got fouled by Greenwood.
What a great pass. Cressy was there again. The man that everybody worried about. They talk about Cummings. They talk about Moncrief. Cressy gets the rebound and was able to flip it. David couldn't quite get it out. It's stolen here. Dropped behind him. Beautiful pass to Moncrief. He goes up, hangs with David, tries to draw the body foul, does, and a timeout.
2:40 remaining first quarter of play. Timeout on the floor. It's the Bulls by a point. Well, we have an exciting game going here, and for Bulls fans in the Chicago area, or basketball fans, period, you want to get out and see Game 3 and Game 4 if there is one in this series. Game 3 will be Wednesday, April the 24th, the Bulls and the Bucks. 7:30 is the game time. There are good playoff tickets on sale, but not all that many, so you may want to touch base with the office regarding that Wednesday game. Tickets are available at all Chicagoland Ticket Trot outlets, the stadium box office, or by calling Teletron at 853-3636. And don't forget Friday, if a fourth game is necessitated, it will be at Chicago Stadium Friday at 7 p.m.
Well, I talked to Joe O'Neill, the Bulls ticket manager, and he was working so hard getting tickets out that he dropped by Ma O'Neill's place in Oak Lawn, fell asleep, and what does a good mother do when the son sleeps? She did his laundry and sent him back out to get to work. So if you need tickets, call Joe or Ticketron to get him down to box office.
Oh, I would say he has a pretty nice mother to do that. 10 points for Moncrief. I'll tell you one thing about Joe O'Neill. You can always tell when a mother has done his laundry, too. You can tell when she hasn't done his laundry.
That's right. The bachelor smells good.
11 first quarter points for Moncrief. He has been sensational. Greg Hodges is the only starter who has not scored for Milwaukee. Jordan across the timeline against pressure. In the paint. Nice drop-off. Greenwood thought about it. He'll take it. Didn't get it. Look at Woolridge go up. Foul traveling as he went for the pump fake. And Kevin Lockery not happy about that along the Bulls bench, claiming that the fake was good and there was no traveling. Out of bounds to Milwaukee. There's a look at Kevin, not very happy. Ball goes over. It's the Bucks by a point. They'll try to increase it. Neither team is led by more than 4. The Bucks have led by 4, and the Bulls' largest lead has been 2. Long one by Pierce. We'll look out if he gets going. Ricky Pierce has been very tough on the Bulls. He has really been murdered on them. He's averaged this season. His normal average on the year is about under 10 points a game. Against the Bulls, he's averaging 15. Woolridge missed on the shot. McKeskey kicks it out. Here come the Bucks again. Moncrief. Cressy looks. McKeskey's the trailer and passes off immediately to Moncrief. Driving.
Sidney Moncrief just threw his body in there. That time he caught an elbow in the chest, knocked the wind out of him, but he was able to make it. He's got 13.
Largest lead of the game for the Bucks at 5. Here's Quinton Dailey for the Bulls. He has yet to take a shot. And it looks like he's setting up to take one right now. Up she goes. Nope. Moncrief got the rebound. Woolridge was there, but didn't have the good position. Couldn't get inside. Cressy penetrating. Runs into Jordan. Offensive foul, Cressy. No doubt about that one. Does not count as a team foul. Team foul situation still 3 for Milwaukee. The Bulls went into the bonus for Milwaukee to shoot the bonus at 2:40.
All right, they're going to clear the side out for Michael Jordan now, 1-on-1, and boy, did he do it.
I'll say he did. 9 first quarter points for Jordan. That was the first foul of the last 2 minutes, by the way, against Milwaukee, so the Bucks don't have any more to give. Here's Moncrief. 55 seconds remaining. Moncrief penetrating. Oh, what a shot! What a shot by Moncrief. He is doing it all. 15 first quarter points. I don't know how in the world you stop that. Here's Jordan now. He drives, kicks it off. Dailey wide open. Sticks it. Quinton Dailey with his first 2.
Well, now they're going for Jordan. They're going to be double teaming him, really going after him. And it's up to Q to get himself in shooting range.
And he did precisely that. Bulls pressure. Here is Pierce driving, puts it up. No. Oh, ball came loose in there. Bulls came out with it. Woolridge, 25 seconds left. Woolridge driving, pulls up, shoots and hits. Orlando with 4 first quarter points. And now Milwaukee, with the shot clock turned off, 20 seconds remaining for the quarter. The Bucks will go for the last shot, leading by a point. This has been a very high scoring first quarter. The Bucks are the top defensive team in the league. 33 times they've held their opponents below 100 points. Pierce driving. Woolridge on him, leans in, shoots it over. 1 second left as the Bulls got it. And the horn sounds before Jordan could air one out from half court. At the end of 1 quarter of play, the Milwaukee Bucks by a point over the Bulls. Well, the Milwaukee Bucks fans are being treated to a little dancing show by a young man on the left side of your screen doing a little break dancing. We're at the end of the first quarter of play, and it is the Bucks by a point. We saw some sensational shots, Red, in this first quarter by Super Sid, Sidney Moncrief.
See that number that young man's wearing is number 4. It could be his idol, could be Sidney Moncrief, because Moncrief had 15 points in that quarter, and he did it all. Let's take a look, Bill, at one of the shots that was made by Moncrief. He drives down the middle. Michael Jordan seals him off. Nothing to do with the right hand. What can he do to get rid of the ball without travel? Whip it up to the left hand, a flying hook shot over his head, and it falls right through the net. 15 points in the first quarter. Bucks lead 31-30. Here we go with the second.
There's another flying lean in by Moncrief, and then he goes to the right hand that time and is able to beat Juwan Oldham. And so we saw 2 good drives by Moncrief there, part of the 15-point production he had in the first quarter. Steve Johnson in for the Bulls as Jordan goes to the hoop. No, Steve with a tip, didn't go down. Steve Johnson playing with a broken thumb tonight. Here's Moncrief. Pierce rather. Cressy with it. He's covered by Greenwood now. McKeskey, a long one. Didn't go down. Juwan Oldham has the rebound and kicks it out. So Steve Johnson has come in for the Bulls. He has played well against Milwaukee in previous meetings. He's proven to be a very difficult problem. Jordan on the baseline. Oh, he gets you in a lot of uncompromising situations in a hurry, doesn't he?
He does. The only thing that Sidney Moncrief said here is 2 shots. Jordan sees just a little opening here. He's got the step on him. He gets bumped. And Jordan's smart enough to think that he was taking the foul before he got the ball in the air. But Jordan is at the line, and that's the first foul on Sidney Moncrief.
Well, Super Sid against Super Rookie right here. Seeing a great matchup between these two. 10 points now for Jordan. Moncrief, of course, has just been sensational. Tied at 31. Jordan misses the second one, and Lister has the rebound. Will remain tied at 31. We're just underway second quarter of play in the first minute as Pressey will dribble it across. Quinton Dailey is on him. Now Pressey, Steve Johnson is locked up on Pressey the way they have it. Now he drops back. The Bulls are switching their defensive men here, depending upon the positions on the floor. Moncrief threw up a one-hander. Bulls battle for the rebound, and Greenwood and Juwan Oldham got tangled up among themselves.
What they're going to have to do is when Moncrief comes through the middle like that, they're going to have to not try to block the ball, Bill, but take body position to pick up the foul, because now he's just sailing right to the hoop, free and easy. The foul's going to be on the Bulls. They got to stay and take position.
Moncrief with the inbound to Lister. Juwan Oldham bodies him. Pierce drops it off to Pressey. Fresh 24 on the shot clock. In the paint, Lister with a one-handed hook shot. Nearly hung up, and McKeskey just banging it around up there. Leaned his shoulder in and managed to get it down. And McKeskey breaks the tie.
He's the man I was worried about before the game started. He was the guy that I really thought could do damage to us coming off the bench.
Yes, I see in your notes you made a special check mark on him. Illegal defense call. Warning against Milwaukee.
Illegal defense.
And that brought Don Nelson off of the bench. I can't remember ever seeing an illegal defense call for or against the Bulls where the coach was not off of the bench.
That's true.
In the fourth quarter, here's Dailey. Fed low to Steve Johnson on the block. Dailey gets it. There's that inside-out play we see quite often, and Dailey took a quick step to the hoop and knocked it down. Dailey has 4. Quinton Dailey, we've talked about the guys who could be keys to this series, guys like Dave Corsi. Quinton Dailey gives the Bulls a very special look and does special things that really Milwaukee does not have a sixth man who can do the kind of things that Quinton can do. Moncrief, blocked, foul! It's on Steve Johnson. Trying to stop him going to the hoop. No, they gave it to Juwan Oldham in traffic. Well, they're good at getting that ball inside, I'll tell you.
But when they get it inside, they either get that layup. Now you see Sidney Moncrief aching and paining a little bit. Good pass by Pressey. Waits to find the man cutting. And again, not standing still, going to the hoop to get the ball. Was Sidney Moncrief, and he'll go to the line and shoot a pair.
I tell you, when Moncrief gets to the line, he can really do it. And he went over the 8,000 point mark. He is right among the all-time leaders on this team in foul shots. And remember, they've had some pretty good foul shooters here through the years.
Yeah, he got hit that time. He's taking it very slow to get back. You know, another thing that's strange, too, is that David Greenwood present still in the lineup. He has played extremely well. David has been relegated to the bench after the first quarter, but he has played a strong first quarter, and right now is still going strong.
Yeah, so that means Orlando Woolridge is on the bench right now. Talking with...
they're going with two power forwards now. See that?
Yeah, maybe dictated by McKeskey being in the lineup. Steve Johnson low, goes to the hook shot, hit the front rim, ball knocked out, and Moncrief has it. The Bucks lead by 2. Moncrief nearly stolen by Jordan. That ball was just lobbed tantalizingly over his fingers. Now, what do we have? Foul? Is this an illegal defense also? Oh, foul away from the ball, apparently.
Fouls on 33. Jawan Oldham.
Gave it to Jawan Oldham. It was away from the ball. That's 2 quick ones on him. Second team foul. Orlando Woolridge in, and now Greenwood to the bench.
Now they go back to the small forward. They were using David Greenwood as the small forward, but it was 2 power forwards really in the game.
Yeah.
To neutralize McKeskey, who's done a great job. Now McKeskey and Lister are the big people in there.
It is the Bucks by 2. McKeskey gets the ball on the release. Pierce, a long one, just inside the three-point line and hits it. That's something I'm worried about. That guy has been incredibly strong, especially since the All-Star break. He had a very rough first half here and has played very well since the break. Here's Jordan. 4-point lead for Milwaukee. Woolridge low. Goes into the paint. Heavy traffic. McKeskey tried to knock it out. Ball knocked away. And a foul on Quinton Dailey as he knocked the ball away at the free throw line.
Fouls on 44.
Quinton with his first. That's 3 quick fouls on the Bulls again. And for the second straight quarter, the Bulls are digging themselves a hole in the foul category here, right?
They are, and you can't let this team creep away. Now 4 points is a pretty good sized lead for them. You can't let them sneak out there.
3 minutes old here in the second quarter. Alden Lister, the Bucks on top by 4 with the ball. Here's Pierce to McKeskey. Nearly travel with it. Moncrief. Long one. And he looked up at that shot clock and saw it ticking down and shot it with 4 seconds. Moncrief with an incredible 19-point first half. His career high is 43, which he got against Denver. Here's Dailey penetrating. He was hit at the foul line. And Ricky Pierce is the guy who got the foul, trying to deny him his first and the team's second.
Quinton Dailey makes a swivel move here, comes down into the area to try to get the shot off. And now Moncrief, listen to the hand. Sidney Moncrief gets as he leaves the game. Craig Hodges replaces him.
Milwaukee by 6. Don Nelson has decided to give his Superman a little breather.
That's because Michael Jordan hit the Pines also.
Yeah. Matthews out front. Matthews and Dailey in the Bulls backcourt. Oldham on the wing. And an illegal defense called against Milwaukee. They'll shoot this one. That's the second. As the Bucks were caught not keeping up with their men.
They got a problem, though. The Bulls have a problem offensively in there now. Johnson and Oldham cannot shoot from the outside, or are not good shooters from the outside facing the basket. That'll put some pressure on Orlando Woolridge and Quinton Dailey to do the scoring.
Dailey missed the tack. Gary Cummings came in during the dead ball, so McKeskey moves into the pivot now as Lister goes to the bench. McKeskey in the middle, and that has Pressey and Cummings up front. Steve Johnson, the hook shot. Got it from the baseline. Steve Johnson puts it down for the Bulls. His first 2 points of the night. Cuts it to 4 at 39-35. Milwaukee. Cummings driving. Reversed it. Missed the shot. Got his own rebound. Missed that one, and Oldham pulls down the rebound for Chicago. They can cut it to 2 with a basket. Milwaukee on top, 7:52 remaining, second quarter of play. At the half, Red is going to be visiting with Kevin Lockery, the head coach of the Bulls, talking about this season in perspective. Low feed to Johnson, kicks it out, Matthews, he'll shoot it. Back rim on it. Woolridge tried for the rebound. Pressey kicks it out. Hodges will shoot. They get her up the floor in a hurry. Greg Hodges finally on the board with his first two, and Milwaukee's lead at 6 again. Matthews in the forecourt. Hodges guards him from afar. They put extra pressure on Johnson that way. Hodges just sagged right down. Dailey bails out to Juwan Oldham. Leans in and fires and puts it in.
They're getting Matthews with the open shot, but he doesn't want to take it right at the top of the key. That's the one they want to get for Quinton Dailey.
Yep. Pressey. And from the baseline, Keski knocks it down. And the fans respond. Probably the fan favorite here in Milwaukee, Paul McKeskey. Everything he does, these fans love. Matthews. Near wing to Woolridge. Pressey's on him. Dailey. Looking inside, Steve Johnson. Driving in strong. And you can't deny him from there, but he missed the shot. Pressey got the rebound. Up the floor come the Bucks.
Oh, nobody there.
You're right about that. There certainly was nobody there. Pressey with 6. And the Bulls have a breakdown. And Milwaukee makes them pay for it, increasing their lead to 8 points. Timeout on the floor. It is the Bucks 45, the Bulls 37. The floor of the Mecca where the Milwaukee Bucks have kicked it out to an 8-point lead, this being their largest of the game, and here is how they got there.
The Bucks have been in a 12-4 tear, and here's the way look at nothing down the middle. Paul Pressey takes it all the way in and slams it right over the top of Orlando Woolridge. They had it spread out. He waltzed the ball down. Nobody played him, so he just took it in, put it on down, and the biggest lead of the game at 8.
Yeah, the sea was so wide open there. It parted so wide, I was looking for Moses along the sideline, see if I could find him. Man, there was just a wide open area there for Pressey to just waltz right in.
Now you see that field goal shooting there, not too good, and it's going to force Michael Jordan back in with a little shorter rest than he wanted. That brings immediately back in Super Sid Moncrief in the lineup. And now a small, pretty small, quick team in for the Bucks. You look up front, they get Cummings and now Milwaukee at the center position.
That field goal shooting was indicative of the way Milwaukee, among other things, does a good job defensively. They don't give you anything easy. Here's Jordan into the paint. He'll try to bail out. Woolridge was there. Got it back. No. Juwan Oldham hit the side of the rim with the ball. He couldn't get it up over the top of the rim, and it was knocked out of bounds. That was one of those deals where you just try to push it up there, and it hit the side of the rim and wouldn't go over.
Michael makes a drive, gets caught up here, tries to hit Orlando underneath. A lot of traffic reaching for the ball. And before the ball came in, that was an offensive foul on Juwan Oldham, who gave a forearm. He picks up his 3rd foul.
So the ball goes over. Hey.
That one hurts.
Wait a minute. They gave the foul to
30 for Terry Cummings. Yeah, I saw Juwan shaking his head, but he walked all the way down and accepted it. It should only be 2. That was Cummings, and if it's in before, well, the ball was inbounds because they're giving it to him on the side.
All right, so that will be the 3rd team foul against Milwaukee here, and on Cummings, that is his first. Bulls have it back. They trail by 8. Very much need a basket here. They don't want to get any further behind than necessary. Jordan kicks it over to Dailey. 10 to shoot. Shot was blocked in the air. Boy, did Pressey get up on him. Here comes Milwaukee. Here's Moncrief. Look out. He traveled. He traveled with it. Could have taken it all the way to the hoop. Tried to pass off, and in the process he won.
One of the few turnovers they've had. Right back in the lineup comes David Greenwood, who's played well. They're not going to let him get in, though. Farzine up off the bench with him. The Bulls having a tough time offensively. And Milwaukee is leaning on Steve Johnson, really pushing him out.
In the forecourt, here's Dailey. Bails out on the shot. He was going to take it. Now here's Woolridge in there deep. The ball got hung up around rim level. And a foul on the rebound. Juwan Oldham trying to knock the ball loose is called for his third. 4th team.
Orlando Woolridge tries to get control of it, rolls underneath. The ball goes up over the top, and Juwan comes in and clouts right in the back of the head on Mokeski. And Elton Lister comes in. Listen to the hand now for Mokeski as he leads.
He's done it again.
Yes, sir.
That guy goes in the Bull Killer Hall of Fame. Paul Mokeski. And I'll tell you what, the way Pierce plays against the Bulls, he may earn entry, too. Here's Cummings. Got Greenwood up. Cummings has 8. First 2 points of the second quarter. Milwaukee by 10. Look out now here. Here's Jordan. Wonder if he'll just try to isolate and get one himself. And they double team him. He has to throw it across. They're forcing him to get rid of the ball, and he's never getting it back. Greenwood shooting. Jordan goes downstairs for the basket. Got it! He was fouled.
He had to go to the board and get it himself. They're double teaming, triple teaming the rookie. He's done an outstanding job, and what a command of attention here. Greenwood from the side. Watch Michael soar over the top, control himself, get up in the air. Lister went to the sky for it. The basket is good. Yes, they're arguing that now.
It counts. The foul went to Paul Pressey. That is his second. Team's 4th, and now Jordan will try to convert the three-point play. He has 13 first-half points. He has been, as usual, magnificent, and the Bulls cut it to 7. That was a basket they very much needed here, Johnny.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Moncrief. Bulls trying to double team. Look out on the backdoor lob. There was a foul. Orlando Woolridge tried for the steal and caught Lister on the arm. Woolridge with his second, and the bonus light goes on at 4:45.
They're going to give him 2 anyway. They figure he was in a shooting situation. Orlando spotted it, and he tried to come across the deterrent. There's a pass from Pressey, another angle, and Orlando was there, picks up the foul.
Alden Lister ranks among the league's top 10 in block shots. Down he is 5. He is a guy who is, although his game is not as consistent as perhaps he would like, he has improved it steadily. He's gotten better and better and better. And he's grown into the role. He had to play forward here, last year. And that was difficult for him. He likes playing down in the post. Bulls trail by 8. Dailey tries to cut it and does so with a 2-pointer. Quinton Dailey has it down to 6. At 48-42, 4.5 minutes left. Second quarter of play. Moncrief in the forecourt. Cummings.
Both teams having trouble scoring here in this quarter.
Cummings rolls it over. Lister is tipped out of bounds. Hit Corzine's hand. And the Bucks have it back with a fresh 24. If the Bulls have any hope, they must not allow any second shots. They've really got to do the job here. Lister, boy, he really put the shoulder in, didn't he? And Corzine had the rebound. It was tipped out of bounds, and it goes back to Chicago. Boy, Lister really made a strong power move to the hoop there.
Surprising, the Bulls, every time they've held an opponent under 100 points, they've won 15 out of 15.
Great job. Jordan driving, kicks it out. Greenwood, he'll take the shot. Oh, boy. Hung around up there, wouldn't go down for him. Hit both sides of the rim and bounced out. Cummings. He can increase it to 8 if he scores. Offensive foul, Cummings, as he ran right over the top of David Greenwood, who stood in there and took the charge. Cummings with his second.
Greenwood said, I got a break that time. He got up swinging his hand, saying, I got a break. All right, we need to score now. Bulls trail by 6, 3:50 to go in this quarter.
At the halftime, Kevin Lockery will be Red's guest, and I'll have a little breakdown on what makes the series so challenging for the Bulls. The turnover situation, as you saw it, it's tipped around. Bulls have doubled the Milwaukee numbers in turnovers. Pressey up the floor. Cummings. He has a 10-point first half going, and teamed that with 19 from Sidney Moncrief, and the Bucks are on a roll. They've hit the half-century mark, leading by 8. It's been a tough offensive quarter for the Bulls. They've scored only, 12 points. Dailey knocks it down. Quinton Dailey with 8.
Both teams have slowed the pace. 31 and 30 they scored in that first quarter.
Here's Pierce. Woolridge got out on him, and he shot it over him. Man, oh man. You'd swear he could not do that consistently game in and game out. But against the Bulls, he does. Here's Jordan. He blows by Pierce and jammed it down. He blew by Pierce like he was standing still.
No doubt about that one. No doubt.
Michael Jordan showed what he was made of right there, and Cummings didn't even want any part of that. He backed out too. Pressey. Pierce again. Greenwood got up on him this time, and he missed the shot. Moncrief got the rebound. Well, you stop one guy, and the other guy goes to work.
Of course, he's got to either block out or go get that ball, and he got caught in the middle twice.
8 points to lead. Here's Jordan again. Spinning, double team, kicks it across. Quinton Dailey will shoot it. Hung up there, top of the rim. Corzine got it for the hoop. And Moncrief had broken to the other end of the floor. The ball hung up there. And that really gave Milwaukee they paid that time for the early breakout. 2 minutes left in the quarter. Glad you pointed that out, Red. I hadn't seen Moncrief break the other way, but you caught him.
When Quinton took that shot, he just broke on down.
Yeah. That time I paid for it. Moncrief. He was hit in the paint. And let's see, Woolridge complaining, saying, hey, I didn't get him. Now Mike Mathis went over for a quick word. They're going to confer here. They gave it to Woolridge.
He's still going to go to the line because they're in the bonus.
Woolridge got his third. And timeout will take a timeout here with 1:41 remaining for the quarter. We have a 6-point Milwaukee lead. 1:41 from half. We'll be reviewing the full day of action coming up on Sports Vision, but we want to remind everybody tonight after this game we have a special event coming up. The Chicago Sting are taking on the Cleveland Force, and we will be having that telecast in its entirety immediately following the conclusion of our telecast here from Milwaukee. The Sting taking on Cleveland, and of course that's a big Major Indoor Soccer League playoff series. Two teams met right at the end of the season, and Cleveland won in Chicago, so that'll be worth keeping an eye on. We'll have it. And of course tomorrow on Sports Vision, a full day of sports coming up with college lacrosse beginning at 1 p.m. John Hopkins taking on Maryland, and at 7 p.m. ringside from Atlantis. We hope you'll be with us for that. Milwaukee by 6 right now. See the time remaining here in the second quarter of play. After a relatively seesaw first quarter of play, the Bucks got a lead, which they increased up to 10, and the Bulls have been trying to cut it down ever since. Randy Brewer's come into the lineup for Milwaukee.
Charlie Davis getting his warm-ups off.
Boy, Moncrief just murders you at that foul line. 22 points for Sid, who on the regular season shot nearly 83%.
He'll be in for Pressey, and they don't want to get Pressey with any more fouls. A good move by Don Nelson. He is a big believer in the matchup system, and he's done it so well over the years.
Done a great job. Moncrief, 23.
48.
And of course, it always helps to have talent to match up with, and this team has it. A lot of people sold their talent short, I think, a little bit at the beginning of the year. And Sidney Green in for the Bulls, seeing his first playoff action. So El Cid is in the Bulls lineup. So they have Green, Corzine, and Greenwood up front. Here's Jordan penetrating, kicks it. Dailey, open in the corner, tried to penetrate, fires, and hits anyway. He's almost better sometimes, I think, shooting in traffic like that, where he can arch that ball way up there. Oh. So Sidney Green coming off of the Bulls bench. We have a 56-50 game, just barely over a minute remaining.
Sidney Green now is going to take Moncrief for a second here.
Yeah, that ought to be interesting. They double team. Davis wide open.
Does anybody come off that bench cold, Bill?
Oh, and drills it. No doubt about it. Came right off of the bench, had the opportunity shot, and made it. 54 seconds remaining here in the half. First half of play. Jordan. He is covered by Ricky Pierce. Tried to drive by him. We had contact. Pierce will get the foul. Pierce has a real tough assignment. Pierce has his second, and that puts the bonus light on. 45 seconds remaining. First time the Bulls have gotten into the bonus here. Caldwell Jones comes into the Bulls lineup.
All right, Michael just ducks down, tries to turn the corner. Pierce denies him that, but Michael ends up in the free throw line. Is now Caldwell Jones in for Corzine, Quinton Dailey out, Wes Matthews in. It looks like Dailey will go a long time in that second half. They're trying to keep him out of foul trouble also. Michael threads that first one through 45 seconds ago. He cuts the lead down to 7, has a chance to cut it down one more. He's got 16 in the first half.
Led the Bulls in just about every statistical category, including foul shooting, this young man. 17 points for him in the first half. He certainly has had no rookie jitters here in the playoffs. Moncrief dribbles into a double team to Pierce. Tries to throw it over. Pass is blocked by Jordan, but Brewer recovered it. And they didn't reset the clock. They didn't reset the clock on the baseline. Davis fires and misses, and Greenwood got the rebound. Bulls may have gotten a little break there. 1 second difference between the clocks now. The Bulls will hold it. And let's see if they take a 20. They will take a 20. Kevin Lockery wanted a 20. And so the clock is now stopped. The game clock reads 15. The shot clock reads 14 seconds.
All right, Quinton Dailey, you see him sneak back into the huddle. He's coming back in here for the last 15 seconds. Bill, I don't think that they changed the clock. I was looking for that also. I think it was such a quick, incomplete control. It was a blocked pass, so they did not reset the clock. And a missed shot now with 15 seconds. The Bulls sitting in a pretty good position here away from home, knowing that this ball club has been 36-6 on this floor. The Bulls have had poor success on the road, 12-29, and they've got a chance to cut it down and only trail by 6 at halftime. David Greenwood will inbound the ball, and Quinton Dailey came back in, as I mentioned. They'll try to go for just one shot here at the end or draw the foul.
Greenwood will toss it in. Bulls have 14 seconds to work with on the shot clock. And CJ hands it off.
You want to see a crowd in a minute? Watch this. There's one.
There's Hodges.
There's 2.
There's Jordan.
There's 3.
Pulls up. Fadeaway shot. And he hit it! He hit it anyway. He has 19 first half points. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. A long one by Hodges. And the half is over. And the Bulls have closed it to a 4-point deficit at the half on a baseline shot by Michael Jordan in very, very heavy traffic. Oh, man, the Bulls made a strong run to get back in this thing at the half. Milwaukee leads at 58-54. When we come back, Johnny Kerr will be visiting with Kevin Lockery. I'll have the NBA Journal and our halftime activities here from the floor of the Mecca in Milwaukee. To pass along first game of the playoff series between Houston and Utah. Their series gets underway along with ours tonight, and we understand Utah now in the third quarter has an 8-point lead, 65-57. How about that? As they lead the Houston Rockets. And Utah has the kind of front line. They can give Houston a lot of trouble. That shouldn't surprise too many people. Woolridge kicks it across. Matthews, the open man. This time he gets it down. Little Wes has 7 points. And the Bulls are right back within 2 here as we get underway, third quarter of play.
Bill, the Bulls only had 3 turnovers in that first half, and boy, they'll have to play the Villanova against Georgetown type game.
We saw a push off there by Lister, Ed, as you were mentioning that. Go back to your thought. Lister picked up his third, and no team foul on that. Here's the story on the statistics quickly. Bucks shot very well. The Bulls below their season average. Corzine got it. That's number 3 on him. Rebounding is just about even between the 2 teams. So the Bucks have the ball back. You were in a thought there.
I said they only turned the ball over. The Bulls only turned the ball over 3 times in the first half. They're going to have to play that perfect Villanova against the Georgetown type game to win this first one here.
Here's Moncrief. Woolridge is on him. Lister rolled down now. That moved Corzine out. They switched off. Cummings with Greenwood on him. Driving to the right, came up underneath, missed the shot, and Corzine got the rebound. Kicks it out. Bulls are bringing across. Jordan in the forecourt. Bulls can tie it with a hoop. Moncrief grudgingly giving ground. Jordan spins, kicks it over. Matthews is open. He'll shoot it again and hits it again. We're tied. I'll tell you what, if Wes Matthews runs down 3 or 4 of those, that could change the total complexion of this game.
Oh, boy.
If he gets 3 or 4 of those, then it's back to the drawing board for Milwaukee. Pressey with a miss. Lister, they fight for the rebound. A jump ball.
All right, good call that time. Dave thought he had blown the whistle and called a foul. He had the ball over his back with Moncrief. Big jump here, front of the basket. It'd be something to see the Bulls get the lead this early if they can get the tip here and control it.
Look from floor level, you can see Moncrief at 6'4", Corzine at 6'11". Big Dave has the height advantage and a 7-inch height advantage at that. But Moncrief is a great leaper. Corzine got the tip. We have a breakout. Woolridge driving toward the hoop. Yeah, 6 points for Woolridge. The Bulls have taken a lead at 60-58. They have run off a 6-point streak right out of the box.
Woolridge was noticeably absent on that scores card when you gave the high scorers. Bill so far, but he's in it now.
He has half a dozen. Cummings over to Hodges. He fires and knocked it down to tie the score. Hodges has 4, and he shot it with only 6 seconds on the shot clock. So we're tied again at 62 minutes old, third quarter of play. Here's Matthews spinning, driving all the way. Ball tipped away. Greenwood got it. Loaded Jordan. Heavy traffic. Tried to go up with it. The ball came loose. Corzine got it. He tried to go up with it and it was knocked out of bounds.
Look at this. Corzine pull his hair out. 3 players tried to go up with the ball from the floor, and neither one of them, none of them could bring it up for the shot. And here it just gets tapped out of bounds. Bulls put it in play.
7 seconds to shoot. Jordan gets it, tries to go up again. It's knocked out. 4 of them and no foul call. Moncrief on the breakaway. 25 points. 4 times they knocked the ball away at belt level and not a foul called. 62-60. Milwaukee by a pair. They finally got that breakout. Now they double team Jordan. Here's Woolridge. Oh, and going down hard in the paint was Lister. And an offensive foul called. It's on Corzine, and he has 4. And the way he's been playing in this game, the Bulls very much need him. Juwan Oldham gets off of the bench, ready to come in. No team foul on that. Neither team with a team foul. We've had 3 fouls in the quarter, all offensive fouls. Moncrief fires and hits. 27 points. And a 20 taken by the Bulls here as Kevin Lockery wants to stem the tide. So he'll talk with his players now, and that gets Juwan Oldham into the game, and Corzine has to go to the bench.
This could be a big turnaround in Dave Corzine's fouls. We might see now 3 power forwards play, depending on the tight play we get out of Juwan Oldham. Corzine now, as captain, strolls over to get a drink of water, but he goes over there by Mike Mathis to find out what's going on. They keep calling offensive fouls on Corzine down low, and he wants to know why. The Bucks have quieted the Bulls' surge as they came from behind here to start the second half, and now the Bucks are back 64-60.
That's one disadvantage when you call the fouls against the team captain. He can go over legally and have a little extra jaw with the official. So he's on the bench. Bulls have the ball trailing by 4 now. And the Bucks with that relentless defensive pressure. They've held 33 opponents below 100 points. Greenwood. Jordan, 12 seconds remaining for the quarter, or on the shot clock rather. Woolridge will shoot it. Didn't go down. Oldham tried to bang it against the glass. Cressy came out of there with it. Here's Cummings. Kicks it off. Moncrief on the run. Oh, what a nice move. Passed it off. Cummings for the layup. Moncrief was going one way, stopped and went the other way. Few players could stop their momentum like Moncrief just did. So the Bulls started with a 6-point run. Now Milwaukee is countered with 8 of their own. Greenwood goes to Woolridge. 9 to shoot. Woolridge, a power move. No, it was jammed in. Wipe it off. Offensive goaltending as Juwan Oldham stuck his hand in the cylinder trying to bang the ball down. Bucks by 6. And Milwaukee will bring it up the floor. Pressey will walk it into the forecourt. Passes off to Hodges. Now Pressey brings it across. The lob for McKeskey. You can see that McKeskey doesn't do that very often. You just saw why. Matthews. The ball hit his foot. Hodges bothered him, and it went off of Matthews' foot. Out of bounds. That pressure that Milwaukee puts on you. So evident.
Just as good as the Bulls look. Now they look like the non-predictors, and the Bucks look like the blue chippers.
They really do. Hodges, he'll fire it. This time he misses. Woolridge got the rebound, and the Bulls can close at the 4. You know, Milwaukee has had as much as a 10-point lead, but has not been able to get the Bulls on the ropes. Bulls have hung in there tough. Here's Woolridge. Cummings is on him. They're looking inside. Jordan posted up low. Shot it over. Greenwood got the rebound, and down he went, and McKeskey falls over the top of him and tackled him. They'll jump it up. And Kevin Lockery exploded off of the Bulls bench.
Greenwood goes up strong to get the rebound, and he gets tumbled to the ground and prevent him from a 1st and 10, I guess. He just flipped on his back.
He just fell right on top of him and grabbed the ball. That's what we talk about when we say McKeskey is a bruiser. That's what it's all about. You won't see too many alley-oops. We saw what happened when they tried an alley-oop play with him, but boy, he really lets you know that he's around. He just bangs away and works hard. Woolridge on the baseline, shoots it. Didn't get it. McKeskey got the rebound, stripped away. Jordan got the ball right back. The Bulls with a fresh 24. And now Jordan trying to drive. Foul. Jordan went down hard. He's hurt. He's hurt. The fans are booing, and Jordan is hurt.
Jordan went down hard. Paul Pressey went down hard with him, and Don Nelson did an Indian dance over there on the sidelines. He couldn't believe it. Here's the move. Pressey spreads out now. He's trying to slip a little bit of a screen here. Michael puts the shoulder down, tries to drive, and they call it a block, and Nelson is really irate on it. Michael has gotten up.
He's favoring the left leg. Matthews with the inbounds pass going away, knocked over the sideline, out of bounds. And these fans are roaring on every play now. I'm sure you can hear it. 7:03 remaining in the third. It is the Bucks by 6. Bulls put it in, 21 to shoot. Oh, it's great to see this rivalry reestablished in pro basketball between these two teams on opposite ends of I-94. Jordan at the free throw line. Greenwood, nice fake, and that's why. So 3-second violation. It was a beautiful fake, but somebody was in the lane too long. Might have been Jawan. Timeout called by Milwaukee, 6:51 remaining. For the quarter, it is the Bucks 66 and the Bulls 60. Chicago Bulls trail by 6 here at the Mecca in Milwaukee, and we want to remind you that after the game we'll be switching back home to the Chicago Stadium, where the Chicago Sting at the Cleveland Force is their first round MISL opponent. The Major Indoor Soccer League playoffs are beginning, and that is a very, very big game, and Cleveland has played this Sting very well. Keep that in mind. Karl-Heinz Granica, Otto Marhenik is back on their squad now. That will certainly help as the Sting make a drive toward the playoffs and try to get through those playoffs. You know, they won the outdoor title, and they would like to duplicate that by winning the MISL championship as well. So the Sting follow immediately here on Sports Vision after the conclusion of our telecast here.
Bill, 66-60, Milwaukee leads, 6:51 to go. The Bulls' last field goal was at 10 minutes and 22 seconds. They've been stripped of the ball several times and really thwarted down on this end to get a decent shot. The last time they overpassed, Greenwood took the ball, made a fake, tried to drive to the hoop, and a 3-second was called. So Bulls have to get their act together on offense now.
Organist Frank Charles playing on Wisconsin as the Bucks come into the forecourt. Very familiar strain up in this neck of the woods. Hodges. Here's Pressey. Boy, you have to get on him. Here's McKeskey. Shoots it. Didn't go down. Greenwood got the rebound. Jawan Oldham did a nice job getting up on McKeskey and bothering him on the shot. 6.5 minutes left in the third. The Bulls still been hanging right in there. Navigating through some tough water, but they're hanging in. Here's Woolridge. Listen to those players yell, talking defensively. Jawan Oldham low. Goes up for the shot. Got it off of the glass. Jawan Oldham has 6.
Jawan Oldham.
Nice job. They got it in there low where he could operate.
They forget about him, and he gets the ball down low. He's 7-footer. He can put it up.
I'll say. He can put it up, and he can put it down. There's Pressey. Yes. Got it in. Oh, Pressey has 8. What a difference a year makes. And Pressey has certainly shown that. 6-point Milwaukee lead. Matthews. 5:45 left in the third. Greenwood. They sag off of him. Pressey is covering Greenwood right now. There should be some places where the Bulls can do some business if they can get it inside. Here's Jordan going over Moncrief. Missed it. And Cummings rips that rebound off of there. Pressey brings it up. McKeskey on the wing. Pressey all the way again. Reversed hands, and Jawan Oldham forced him to change the shot. Matthews comes out of there with it as Pressey went down. Jawan driving strong. Offensive foul on Oldham as McKeskey took the charge. Number 4 on Jawan.
Juwan is a trailer, and Mokeski comes down. That's what he's going to do. Stop you, get in your way, bang you around a little bit, but a very smart player, and that's Juwan's fourth. He joins Corzine with 4.
Quinton Dailey has come back into the Bulls lineup. No changes for Milwaukee. Now Pierce, I guess. Pierce, I see in the lineup now. Now Dailey battling with Moncrief down low. Dailey trying to hold his position. Here's Cummings. Look out. He went to the left and rolled it in. How many is in how many steps? Is that what you mean, Red?
Yeah, sometimes they get caught up watching the game, too.
14 points, Cummings. And it's an 8-point Milwaukee lead. Look, they've got Jordan posted low if they can get it to him, but boy, Moncrief is so sticky defensively, it's hard. Here's Dailey in the baseline. He'll take the shot. Hit it! There was a foul under there. Basket counts. Quinton Dailey gets the hoop, and we'll wait and see what this is about now. Foul called.
Pressey.
Yeah. Mokeski took a pretty tough ball there. Wanted a foul, didn't get it.
And Juwan did not exactly help him up. But that's the fourth foul on Paul Pressey, and we saw Mokeski really hit the deck.
So the chance for the three-point play as Dailey was fouled in the act of shooting.
Yeah, that's what they need on that other side. When Michael gets double-teamed, that's the offense that they need. Yeah, Hugh has been giving it to them, 13 points in a game now.
Yeah, they have another good shooter, so when they sag on Jordan, that's a lot of opportunity shots for somebody. Here's Mokeski. They throw it across. The Bulls trying to put pressure. Here's a wide-open Pierce, knocks it down. 8 points for Pierce. Boy, just when you think you have about everything shut off, and then Pierce goes crazy. He has 7. The lead at 7. Pierce has done better than that. He has 8. Here's Dailey. He'll take it. Under pressure. Dailey with 15 points off of the Bulls bench. And again, it's a 5-point game. Milwaukee has been on top since the first quarter. Pressey, ball knocked away. It's a breakout. Woolridge, nobody will stop him here. Easy does it. The big slam. 8 points for Orlando Woolridge. You don't deny that guy in that position. It's a 3-point game. Good defensive job to knock the ball loose there, Red.
Good job that time. Thought Michael might have had a little block there, but he was able to rip it away.
Here's Pressey. Look out. Mokeski inside. Goes up. Knocked away by Oldham. And he hit his hand. He hit his hand. He got hurt, and Pressey comes out of there firing a shot and got it down. He might have gotten poked. I thought he had hit his hand on the bottom of the rim, and then he seemed to look as if he might have gotten poked in the eye. He is holding his wristband up to his eye. Here's Dailey shooting again. Hit the front rim. Milwaukee has the rebound. 3 minutes left in the third. Pierce, Cummings. Jordan is on Cummings. Look out if they get it downstairs. Trying to force it in. Moncrief in three-point range. He fires a bomb. Nope. Greenwood with it. Take the outlet pass and saw Pressey there. That was a good move. Here's Jordan. Stutter steps. Driving. Reversed it. No, the ball. Greenwood got it back, and that's ripped out of his hands. Moncrief. And he's tackled by Dailey and held at the foul line. Foul goes against Quinton. Number 2 on him. That's the first team foul against the Bulls.
Fouls on Quinton Dailey, 44.
All right, here it is. Moncrief going to break away. Dailey gets in to step in to take the foul, and he clutches him to keep him from falling.
Timeout. 2:31 remaining in the third. It is the Bucks 74, the Bulls 69.
Well, there's 2:31 remaining here. The Chicago Bulls trail 69-74. And we're going to take a look to see if we can where Juwan Oldham got himself hurt on that play. There's the shot by Mokeski, and it's wiped out near the rim. Oh, he hit it right on the side.
Yeah.
Caught himself right on the side of the backboard. And we saw him come away holding his head, and that's what those guys play with in that area.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Red, I'll take a moment to remind everybody what I was going to say there. Chicago has playoff fever, and the place to catch it is on Sports Vision. Watch the Blackhawks, Bulls, and Sting as they swing into the playoffs. The place to see all the action is right here. We're happy to bring it to you exclusively on Sports Vision. For live exclusive coverage of postseason play, turn to Sports Vision. More than ever, it is the best ticket in town. Bucks will have the ball inbounds. They lead in the ball game by 5. Milwaukee's played well. They've done a good job downstairs, and that means Mr. McKeskey has done it. They got McKeskey back in with Lister up front along with Pressey. They have 2 bangers and a real good swing man in there. Here is shot from the baseline by McKeskey and puts it down. Pierce penetrated beautifully and kicked it off. And McKeskey can hit that baseline jumper.
Yes, sir.
That we know.
Stays out of your way, keeps you out there to the side, gets his position where he wants the ball.
Steve Johnson back in for the Bulls. Here's Jordan, heavy traffic, kicks it out. Penetrating is Woolridge, gets in there deep and got the hoop on a nice feed from Jordan. 10 points for Orlando. Lead back down to 5. Minute 49 remaining in the third. And the whistle stops play as Quinton Dailey picked up a foul.
44, Quinton Dailey, 3 on Dailey.
And on Dailey, the foul is called on him. That is number 3, second personal foul on Chicago. First foul of the last 2 minutes. And whistle. What's this one about? Offensive foul.
Should be on McKeskey.
It is. You caught it. McKeskey with his second.
It's funny, this has been the most physical of all the quarters, and yet there's only 2 fouls called on the Bulls and 2 on Milwaukee. And they've been beating each other to death.
All right. And here come the Bulls. Davis, you saw waiting at the sideline. He will come in when he can. End of the third quarter, Utah leads Houston by 5, 81-76. A nice little running shot inside by Steve Johnson. Or Dailey, Quinton Dailey with it. As he puts it in, he now has 17 points. So the Q-man off of the Bulls bench cuts it to 3 again. Pierce with a head fake. Jordan tried for the steal. Kicks it low to Lister. Over the middle. Contact. And Steve Johnson drew it, trying to hold him off. And for Steve, that is number 1. The bonus light comes on.
Over the limit.
Liston hasn't had the ball too often in the center. That time he tried to go for his little hook shot around. You see Mike Mathis in the back indicate that Johnson got him with the knee. And it looks like the Bulls want to do the same thing, not give up that easy shot underneath, make that shot come from the free throw line. Now Jordan sits down, takes a break as Wes Matthews replaces him.
6 points now for Alden Lister.
Number 34,
An outstanding foul shooter by a long shot, but tonight he's looked much more effective. As you see, Hodges coming into the lineup now along with Davis, so they have a new setup. Does Milwaukee. Moncrief went to the bench.
Well, that was really what it was all about. As soon as Michael Jordan hit the Pines, Don Nelson jumped up, put his man in, and said, okay, you got 111 to rest.
That is what you call respect right there. Ball knocked out of bounds, and Chicago has it back. So Greenwood will toss it in after the missed free throw. Minute 10 remaining in the third, and the lead is 4 for Milwaukee. Chicago is hung in their tough.
Keep an eye on Q now. He's the man that's got him some points. He can do it. They're going to double team him if they can.
I have a little isolation. Wes Matthews. Dailey goes down to the baseline, sets a screen for Greenwood. 7 seconds to shoot. Matthews may have to take it here. Woolridge, 4 to shoot. Dailey's open with 2 to shoot. Not this time. And the Bucks all over the boards. Good job as Davis was able to pull it down. Now he gets the return pass in the forecourt. Down to 38 seconds left. Lister trying to move on Steve Johnson. Got it down. Lister has 8. If they can get it in low to him, he can operate. At least against Steve Johnson he can, because Steve is giving up sides. All right, it is a 6-point lead. There is an 11-second difference between the clocks. 9 on the shot clock. Matthews running one-hander. Steve Johnson got it.
Down off his foot. He had to put it down, Bill. If he just took it and went right up to the hoop, he's got the layup. 13 seconds ago, he kicks it out. Now the Bucks, a last chance to shoot here this quarter.
Comes back to the fundamentals of the game, doesn't it, Red?
Yes, sure does.
There behind the back, Hodges. A blocking foul as he went down into the paint.
Bulls have not blocked that many shots all year. Now they believe that they're going to be able to get in there. And I think it was Steve Johnson who moved in his way. They've got to pick up a little bit of a clue from Milwaukee, who says, if I can't block that shot clean, I'm going to get right in front of a guy. Here it is. He whips around behind. Matthews comes right down the lane. Everybody's trying to block it, and then it's a side block in there.
And that was, and you're right, a side block doesn't count. You got to get the whole body in front of him. Hodges to the line. is there for the first time tonight.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see what happens here because Hodges shooting 2 free throws. There's 3 seconds ago. Michael Jordan came back in the game.
Missed that first one.
I want to see him do his Captain Marvel act here with 3 seconds.
He's in. Wes Matthews on the near wing side. They're ready in case the shot is missed. Hodges again. Gets this one down. Now the Bulls go to work. 7 points, the Milwaukee lead. Matthews, heavy pressure. Jordan from just inside half court, put it off of the rim. Nearly put it in from about 40 feet. And so the third quarter is over, and the Milwaukee Bucks in the driver's seat with a 7-point lead here at the Mecca.
When he does a little bit of the moonwalk, they'll go bananas on it. I don't know if he can do it.
Yeah, after all, he's not on the moon.
Watch him go backwards.
It was a very tight third quarter. The Milwaukee Bucks won it by a 22-19 score. And there's the little guy, our favorite break dancer in Milwaukee. He has kind of a big glove on in one hand, doesn't he?
He's got a big glove on.
Yeah, I want to remind everybody, good playoff ticket seats remain for the Bulls as they'll head home to take on these Bucks on April 24th, Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. There aren't all that many seats, however, so you might want to check with the all Chicagoland Ticketron outlets, the stadium box office, or by calling Teletron at 853-3636 and get those tickets. The fourth game, if necessary, will be played 7 p.m. Friday at the stadium, the 26th. In the third quarter, both teams shot pretty well. The Bulls had the boards, but boy, those turnovers really knocked them dead. The Bucks forced 7 turnovers by the Bulls. By the way, Michael Jordan was blanked in the third quarter. Red, he didn't score a point. The Bulls starters only got 10 points in the third quarter. Milwaukee missed shot, game loose, and right there, Johnny on the spot with Pierce. A guy who is a bull killer if there ever was one. He and Mokeski on this team give the Bulls fits. And Pierce used to do that before he came here, too. Trying to throw across, Sid Green puts it up, counts it. Counted, he was fouled. Sidney Green went to the hoop. Alden Lester drew the foul, and then is number 4 on him.
Sidney Green draws his first blood in the playoffs. A hanging shot up, off the glass and in. And a chance for the 3-point play.
All right, Green. Well, Michael Jordan had 19 first-half points, went scoreless in the third quarter. Green knocks it down. He has 3. And here goes Milwaukee back the other way now. It's a 6-point game, 82-76. We have 11 and a half minutes left. Corzine tried for the steal. He got it. Here's Matthews. Driving. Foul. Blocking foul. Called on Milwaukee.
And they said it wasn't going to the hoop. And over on the side, Sidney Green was there. Look at Sidney Green, the right-hand side of your screen. It's a pretty good play. Matthews tries to take it right up into the hoop. Craig Hodges takes the foul. The Bulls come out of it just with a foul. Lister leads the game. Mokeski back in for him.
All right, Bulls have it back. Yeah, that looked like a drive to the hoop. Dave Corzine back in the Bulls lineup. Here up on the baseline, Jordan overshoots. Corzine tried to tap it, and Hodges got the loose ball. Milwaukee has it back by 6. Hodges will shoot. Hit the back rim. Jordan flying out of there. Goes right by Hodges. On the drive. Challenges Mokeski. He was fouled. No, knocked out of bounds, they say. As Mokeski was backpedaling.
Mokeski stood on the left side to take the offensive foul. Michael gave him a little fake left and blew by him right. And just happened to knock the ball out of Michael's hand.
19 seconds to shoot. The Bulls will inbound. Goes to Corzine. Hands it off to Dailey. He'll shoot it. Ooh, and he puts it down. Quinton Dailey, an uncanny eye for the basket. He has 19 points. And it's a 4-point game again, and the fans sense it. Bulls try to trap at half court. Davis. They're working around. Bucks do move the ball quite well. Hodges. Davis, 10 to shoot. Mokeski didn't get it. He hit the side of the board. Matthews brings it up the floor. Trying to advance it himself. Spins. No! The ball went all the way around and and would not go down. Oh. Here's Cummings. Tries to make it 6. He does. A 6-point lead is Cummings. Thought about the shot, finally took it. He has 16 on the night. Bulls have done a pretty good job on Cummings, really.
Did a good job on it. Michael Jordan is up front now. Playing up front, he still draws. What was that, Pierce?
Yeah, that's the way they have it set up. There's Jordan, 4 seconds to shoot. He'll take it. Didn't get it. McKeskey got the rebound. Bulls got nothing out of that.
Michael's 0 for 6 from the field since the halftime. He hasn't scored.
Yeah, he went dry in the third. He's still dry. Here's Cummings. Green on him. Look out now. Cummings has 18. The fans respond. It's an 8-point lead for Milwaukee. Bulls got it back down to 4. And Milwaukee has come back with 2 straight hoops. Corzine trying to post low. They get it into him. McKeskey just banged him with a shoulder. Corzine went up, stripped away. Stripped away by Hodges. Davis driving, lobbed it into the air. Ball knocked away, and the Bulls get it back. Pierce wanted a foul. Here's Jordan. Corzine down the paint. Spin, passed off to Dailey. Player went down. Dailey no. Corzine got it. Tried to go up, stripped out again. I've never seen a game with so many strips. I have never seen a game with so many strip balls and nothing called. Absolutely nothing.
You're right, Bill.
They're just going like piranha after that thing. Every time it goes below shoulder level, they're just going after that, and that whistle will not blow. Here's Green with the inbounds pass. Woolridge low. Went off his hands, out of bounds. Milwaukee gets it.
We always say, let them play. Boy, there sure are today. Look at this. Hodges on a breakaway.
Jordan tried to deny him. Good not. It's a 10-point Milwaukee lead. And the Bulls will have to rethink things here. They're going to call a timeout and use their first of the fourth quarter. 8:46 remaining. It is Milwaukee by 10. Well, the Bucks have gotten very intimidating defensively. They've done a great job here, Johnny Kerr, and they have really put themselves in the driver's seat.
They sure have. The Bulls have only scored 5 points, and this caused the timeout here as before the Bulls were looking. Hodges took the ball down, caught a pass over his shoulder. You see the fans react in the back, and that called for a timeout for the Bulls. They trailed by 10. One time they did trail by 10 in the first half and came back actually to take the lead in the third quarter. There's the quarter scoring. As you take a look at it,
Milwaukee has had the better of it every quarter. In close games, the Bulls have played well, but right now they're 10 down, and when Milwaukee has a margin of 3 or more points, they win an unusually large percentage of games. Right now they have it at 10. Here's Dailey in the forecourt. Bulls on the attack. They need a basket right here. Woolridge looking inside to get it on the low block to Corzine. He'll go for the hook. Hit the front rim. And Milwaukee comes out of there with it. Terry Cummings. Strong on the boards for the Bucks. On the baseline, Moncrief to Pressey. Kicks it across. In 3-point range is Hodges. Woolridge is on him. Hodges fires. Missed the shot. Corzine got the rebound. Ball came loose. And Cummings is tackled by Corzine in frustration, who, as we mentioned earlier, has had about 5 balls stripped out of his hands. Finally got a little frustrated when another one got stripped away, and Corzine took the foul. That's his fifth.
Dave had the ball. It bounced off his leg. Now down on the floor as Cummings skirted around the side. The DePaul, former DePaul player tackled the other DePaul player. Corzine leaves. Johan Olderman.
Ball sped low. Cummings. So look at the traffic. Went in there strong. The shot was wiped off. Foul, Sidney Green.
Big difference between the strength of these two guys. You saw Corzine try to make his move to the middle and get it ripped out of his hand. Cummings makes the move and proves that weight program has been sensational. He's strong enough to take the ball right up, draw the foul. And I would assume very shortly Moncrief will get back into the scoring act. He has been quiet. 2 baskets in the second half after 23 in a big first half with 8:03 now. The Bucks sneak another point over that 10-point edge.
Largest lead of the game for Milwaukee at 11. And Terry Cummings is doing it right tonight. First 2 free throws for Cummings. He has 20. And now the Bulls are 12 down. Jordan across the timeline. Passes to Green on the baseline. Fires and hits. El Cid knocks it down. He has 5 points off of the Bulls bench. 10 points. The lead for Milwaukee. In the front court, Moncrief to Pressey. Back to Sidney. Long one by Pierce. Shot it long, and Juwan Oldham got the ball and tried to outlet it, and Pressey stole it. Driving, passes off McKeskey. He lost the ball. Boy, McKeskey had a great opportunity there. He got a great feed from Pressey, and the Bulls are fortunate to dodge a bullet right there.
That's one of the few times in the second half, Bill, that they didn't capitalize when they got a break like that.
Yeah, you're right. Orlando Woolridge has come into the Bulls lineup now. Woolridge and Green at the forwards. Here is Dailey firing and hitting, and the Bulls have it back down to 8. 21 points for Q. 7:16 left. And now time is becoming a factor in the game. In the forecourt, Pressey, double team. Switch to the defenders, passes to Cummings. Moncrief driving on Jordan. Dropped it off. McKeskey for the hoop, and he was fouled. Moncrief really set that up. All McKeskey had to do was put it away. And he did it and drew the foul.
You're right. McKeskey makes the drive to the middle. He draws Juwan to him. Juwan leaps, and it's laid off on the side as he comes down. McKeskey gets fouled. We're going to go to the 3-forward offense here by the Bulls. McKeskey drops it in.
That's an opportunity basket for McKeskey, and he is the guy who makes the most of his opportunities. It's an 11-point Milwaukee lead. Here's Quinton Dailey. He'll shoot it. Straight arm jump shot missed. And McKeskey got the rebound, and now the Bulls are getting one shot, and that's it. Pressey to McKeskey. Driving. Off to Cummings. He fires. The Bulls are in trouble. 6:44 remaining. Cummings has 22. And the Bulls are on the rope. 95-82 the score. And the Bulls will have to draw the line of demarcation and hold it. Timeout. We'll be back. Well, that's the situation. Milwaukee is leading by 13. We'll take a moment to remind you that tonight's game is being brought to us by exceptionally smooth Michelob, the beer of choice for people who are moving up. Where you're going, it's Michelob. By Toyota, compare. It's Toyota, not the other guys. See your Chicagoland Toyota dealers. By the Illinois State Lottery, you could win $1 million all at once. Play $1 million cash instant lottery. And by Chevrolet, who invites you to see today's Chevy, drive today's Chevy, and live today's Chevy. That's Press Row here, and they come from all over the country to be here tonight to watch this playoff game, the Bulls and the Bucks. It is a 13-point Milwaukee lead.
It's a little character time now. It's either circle the wagons or roll up your sleeves and get in the ditch.
6.5 minutes left. You're right about that. Here's Woolridge spinning. It counts. He was fouled. Woolridge with a big basket for Chicago.
Terry Cummings on the foul. Tough move by Orlando. Comes to the middle. Cummings looks like he hit him stop. Goes between McKeskey and Cummings. Cummings draws the foul. Big basket by O, and now 3.
Well, that cuts it back down to 10. But the Bulls have a lot of wood to chop. And 6 minutes, 20 seconds in which to do it. 95-85, Milwaukee on top. The Bucks have played an intense defensive game, and that, of course, is what they're known for. Here's the long one. Hey, he missed one. How about that? And that one rattled around. I thought it was going to go in. McKeskey got the rebound, and Milwaukee has another chance. Halfway through the final quarter in regulation time. Pressey to Cummings. A big rain on him. Cummings, he pulls up and fires. Didn't get it. Sid Green got the rebound, stripped away. And Dailey comes to get it. Nearly was submarined by Cummings. Dailey driving, got the basket. And the Bulls come roaring back. I was worried when Cummings got in underneath there. He nearly, that's very dangerous because had Dailey not tiptoed aside him, he would have taken him down.
Bulls on a mild run here now, Bill.
It's an 8-point Milwaukee lead. Bulls were down 13. Jordan intercepts the pass in the paint. Here come the Bulls at 3-on-2. Jordan all the way. Knocked away out of bounds by Pressey. And Jordan, a little frustrated there, showed his emotion when the ball left his hand. Just a quick fist saying, darn it, I didn't make the right move, or didn't go in, or didn't draw the foul or something.
All right, Bulls out of bounds under their basket. They can still make hay.
20 seconds, plenty of clock time here. They can still cut it down to 6. If they score, there's time. Woolridge will shoot it. Didn't go. Pressey got the rebound.
Quick outside. You got to work a little bit for the inside. Let the guards take those.
5 minutes left. Pressey hands it off to Pierce. Moncrief. That's that motion now. See, when they circle around outside like that, they're getting into that motion offense that they want. Pass and cut. Pressey knocked it down. Pressey with 12. And again, it's a 10-point lead. Bulls could have had it down to 6.
97.
Charles Davis is waiting on the sideline to come in for Milwaukee. Watch from the end zone as Jordan has Moncrief on him. 2 of the stellar players in the league. Woolridge spinning off of the glass. No. Sid Green tried to get it. Got the ball. Goes up. He missed it. Tips it. No. Dailey got the ball. Tries to throw it off a Milwaukee player out of bounds.
Sidney jumped in that pile to get that rebound. He went up a little bit strong with it, but he's the first guy we've seen get up, had the ball ripped out of his hand, still end up with a shot. Okay, Davis hits the lineup now, and we see McKeskey and Cummings are out.
So it's a smaller lineup Milwaukee has now with Lister in there. There's Jordan, nearly knocked away. 16 seconds on the shot clock. Jordan, what a move, right by Presby. Throws it up to the hoop, foul. It was on Lister who got it. That is 5 on Lister. And the 4th team foul on Milwaukee, while the Bulls have committed 3. The clock is stopped at 4:06 remaining here in the 4th quarter. We're going to give the final score of the Sting game with Cleveland, but for those of you who don't want to know the outcome so you can watch the game, we invite you to just kind of, without knowing the outcome of the game, we invite you to just plug your ears for a moment, and I'll give you the score of the game right now. Cleveland won it in overtime over the Sting, 5-4. 21 points for Jordan as he hit both free throws. It's back to an 8-point game. Lister in the forecourt. Under 4 minutes left. That Sting game will be coming up after the conclusion of this game on Sportsvision. Sting and Cleveland. Lister for the hook. Lister has 10, and look out now. It's a 10-point lead. We're under 4 minutes left. 3:45 and counting. Greenwood in the forecourt. Hands it off to Dailey. Bulls have a lot of work to do. And wait a minute. Offensive foul call on Juwan Oldham. He's fouled out of the game.
Oldham. That is
3:38. He fouls out. Leads with 6. Boy, these fans are, I'll tell you, they're very good fans up here. They really cheer for their team. They're not malicious. I think that's one reason that, because, and you've mentioned it to me earlier, Red, something we have mentioned on the air so much, but part of the reason the Bucks have been able to come back so quickly is there is not a lot of fan pressure. These fans are very supportive.
Very supportive. Bill, I'd love to play up here. These baskets just seem to be big. Those nets are spread wide apart. You know, they're not real tight little nets.
Indeed, it's a great shooters building. Very close. Here's Pierce, 3:27 remaining in the game. Bulls need points. Pierce, he traveled with it. He traveled with it. The Bulls get a break. Pierce wanted to pass the ball to Pressey, thought about it, and then by the time he thought about it, he had traveled.
Nelson was down at half court screaming at Pierce.
Here are the Bulls now. Jordan. Bulls trail by 10. Jordan kicks it off to Woolridge for the jumper. Didn't go. It took kind of a wicked rebound out of there, and Moncrief chased it down. Even though Greenwood had inside position, the ball bounced by Greenwood. In the forecourt, here's Milwaukee. Charles Davis. Moncrief. He'll fire. Oh, and boy, he got taken off his feet by Greenwood. The two of them got tangled up and both went down. Here's Woolridge on the drive. He's fouled. Got hammered hard. As Lister, I think, took it. And he's gone. If that's Pierce. No, they gave it to Pierce.
Yeah, Pierce stepped in first, Bill, I think, and then there's Pierce coming into your screen. Lister behind him. He reached in and got him by the arm. The foul was called, and a timeout ensued by the Bucks.
Oh, the Bucks were very fortunate there that first foul was called. The bonus will go into effect with 2:48 remaining. Well, it's a 10-point ball game. Red, 2 minutes, 48 seconds. Is there enough time for the Bulls to get back?
Well, I think it's strange as it seems. I would try to get offensively right now. Michael Jordan with the ball or Quinton Dailey, but my third man I'd go to would be Sidney Green. Orlando's outside a little bit too much. He's got to make his moves going to the hoop. They lose that rebounding edge when he takes that outside shot. But, yeah, wouldn't be surprised here. The Bulls can pick a pair up here while the clock is stopped. You're down 8. Who knows, Billy? Who knows?
I don't know. The Bucks have been in this position many times in this building. You don't win 36 ball games in 41 attempts. That last foul was given to Pierce. And Lister banged him afterwards. Very fortunately, Lister did not fall out of the game on that play. 2:48 o'clock time remaining. The Bulls' goal really here, from their perspective, they want to get one. If they don't get the game here, then that means that they want to definitely get the game on Sunday. If they can, they have to redouble their efforts. They were hoping to come in here and sneak one, but I'll tell you, Don Nelson had his team very well prepared for the Bulls, and they have not taken Chicago lightly at all here tonight.
No, they haven't, and now's the time when, the Bulls were down 13. They could have folded their tents and sneaked away into the night, but they've hung in there and got it down a little bit, and then a nice hook shot by Lister got him right back in the game. So now Caldwell Jones is in there along with David Greenwood, Orlando Woolridge, Jordan, and Dailey. So
Orlando's had kind of an off shooting game. He has not been able to knock down the jumpers that he's had. They've defended him, I think, very well. It seems to me when he straightens up and he shoots, he's more effective. I notice his shots, it seemed to me, just looking at it, after he misses that second one, as if he's been sliding from side to side a little bit. He really wasn't squared up very well on some of his shots. Moncrief, they double team. And Lister gets it in the corner. He's coming. They want to take some clock time off, but the Bulls steal the ball. Here's Dailey up the floor. Chicago trailing 99-90 to a very, very good and determined Milwaukee Bucks team. 2:24 remaining. Here's Jordan. Lister comes well out. There should be something to work with here. It's Caldwell Jones. He'll take the shot and puts it in. Caldwell Jones. I've seen him score a basket in a long time. Very welcome news to see him knock one down. He had the shot. Lister came way over. Milwaukee in the fourth quarter. 2 minutes left in the game. Lister on a baseline. Moncrief. Throw it up. Foul called. Amid screams of 3 seconds. The Bulls want him. Woolridge got it. That's his fourth.
They're trying to get him on the ground. They said he didn't foul him in the act of shooting, but I don't know where he was going with the ball.
First under 2 minutes.
The first under 2 minutes.
So the Bulls have now no more fouls to give. The bonus goes into effect with the next one. Moncrief had 23 of those points in the first half. He missed. Has not scored in the fourth quarter. So he had he really carried the Bucks in the first half with the outstanding performance that he had. He gave them all the offense they could have ever asked for. 28 points now for Moncrief as the Bucks hit the century mark. 1:50 left. Jordan in the fourth court. Ricky Pierce on him. Now Moncrief switches over to take him. Here is Dailey to the baseline. Got the shot down. Quinton Dailey is 25. Moncrief has tied his playoff career high of 28 points tonight with that last free throw. Cummings, look out, Moncrief. Nice pass off Lister. He was hammered by Jordan coming in. Lister wanted to pull the rim right off. You can see that rim real big up there. Jordan with a second.
Good passing situation. Moncrief gets it in Lister. Michael comes from out of nowhere and just rips the arms almost out of the socket of Alton Lister. Lister's got to make two. Pressure situation. He's not a great free throw shooter. Pulls down by 6 at 1:27. Could change the complexion. He's 2 shots, Phil.
It is a 6-point game, and Lister hits it. Boy, from the line. Tonight, it seems when they've counted, he has hit the foul shots. Yep. He hasn't hit them all. This is a pressure situation. He sticks this next one. That's really big for Milwaukee. He missed it. Greenwood got the rebound. 7-point game. Minute 25 left. 101-94. Jordan in the fourth court. driving. Off to Greenwood. He'll take the open shot and puts it in. David Greenwood knocks it down. He has 8. Bulls have it down to 5 with a minute 14 left. A breakaway. Cummings. Didn't go to the hoop. And the Bulls will try to get a steal here as Milwaukee's going to take some time off of the clock. Feed low to Lister. Drives in. Count it. That's a big basket. That is a big basket by Lister, who has 13 points. David Greenwood got the foul, trying to deny him. That's his second. And the bonus light is on. A minute 1 remaining, and boy, was that a big one.
That was the big one of the night right there. They break the press, get it inside to one place you don't want to have it. You want it to come from the outside.
Missed on the three-point attempt, and the Bulls somehow are still within range at 7 points. A minute left. But the Bulls need big baskets. Jordan driving into the paint. Fakes twice. Fouled on the way up. The clock stops. Pierce will draw it, and the clock is stopped with 52 seconds left.
Lister comes out of the lineup now, and this move was made for free throw protection. McKeskey comes in. Lister did a good job. McKeskey in the lineup with 52 seconds to go. Michael can close this to a 5-point game. We need both of them.
Jordan at the line. It's there.
Seems like every time Michael does anything in a game, we say we need these, you know.
Yeah, because we know from watching him for so long that he can deliver them. You saw how he's done at the line. He's only missed one tonight. Got that second one. 23 points for Michael. He was shut out in the third quarter. Cummings, McKeskey. Oh, boy. He gets ahead of steam and really look out. Jordan buzzing around. Call for the foul. He tried to steal it.
There's really not a lot you can do at this stage. You can't let him kill the clock, Bill. You can't let him take 24 seconds out of that clock. 43 seconds to go. You hope that McKeskey does not make both. That's what you hope. You give him one. But he is a good shooter.
He is an excellent shooter.
Sir.
And especially against the Bulls. It's 10-point shooting, just under 70% on the year. And he's done everything the Bucks have needed from him. And down, 11 points for McKeskey. And the timeout will be taken by the Bulls. With 43 seconds left, they have one remaining if they need it, but their biggest problem right now is a 7-point deficit on the board. If the Bulls got it down to 5, Johnny, they could get no closer during the stretch drive.
Well, you go for 3 right now, no matter what happens.
We'll take a look now as the final score on the Jazz-Rockets game, and that has to be considered an upset. That game played in Houston. The Rockets with a home court advantage, but Mr. Mark Eaton can cause a problem with his play. Eaton able to neutralize some of the Rockets' strength inside, and that is the first time that a visiting team has won Game 1 on the home court of the team with the playoff advantage.
That's right. That's this year. That's the only time that has happened. And Rich Kelly at that power forward spot, a name that's not a household word, along with Big Eaton and Mark Eaton, and they've done a job. But tonight the Bulls have their hands full again. They got to go for 3 points quickly, I would think, Bill. You got to come out right away, go for the 3. If you can make it, you're hurting. You mentioned one timeout left for the Bulls, so they've got to go after. They've got to foul somebody quickly in the backcourt if they have to, just to get their hands back on the basketball. But they've got to go for 3 right now.
Well, that creates a very, very difficult situation for the Bulls. They've not really been all that outstanding a three-point shooting team to begin with. Rod Higgins is the team's leading three-point shooter, and he has not played at all in this game.
Well, you know when Michael's going to draw a crowd, and he or Quinton Dailey get it outside. But the last shot I saw Michael take before, when he was warming up before the game, he stood at the three-point line out here, let 2 of them fire, and he went into the locker room. Both of them hit the net. He shot 2 consecutive shots. So let's see if he gets a chance or Quinton gets a chance. They're going to go again.
It was interesting to see who the first players out to warm up were tonight, Red.
Oh, yeah.
Michael Jordan and Sidney Moncrief.
Yep.
That tells you something about these special guys. Dailey gets it inbounds to Jones. 40 seconds remaining in the game. Jordan passes off Woolridge, driving inside. Got contact. There's a chance for the three-point play the hard way. Foul was called on Pierce, rather. as Mokeski tried to take the charge.
Here's the move, a good move to the hoop. They go. Pierce reached in, and again, see what Mokeski does? He stays there, waits for you, draws the contact, goes down, and now you've got to make a decision. Was that a block or was that a charge? But Orlando now comes up.
Didn't get the three-point play. Pressey with a rebound. And now with 30 seconds left, a 5-point difference. Right up the middle. It's pinned against the board. Jones with a blocked shot, but Mokeski comes out of there with it. And Caldwell Jones goes and fouls him immediately. Jones blocked the shot by Pierce. But Mokeski always on the spot. Boy, this guy had an excellent second half of the year for this club. And he just showed right there what Paul Mokeski is all about. He's around. He's always around. He reads the game very well for a big man.
Said before this game started, yeah, you know, Cummings will hurt you, and Moncrief and Pressey, but who would be the guy to come off that bench to hurt you most? And I had Mokeski's name underlined there. And
you had him.
Boy, did he come to do it.
You were right. You were a prophet. Indeed, on that score. And the Bulls take their final timeout. That's the last time they can stop it. They've used their 20 already. Milwaukee has all of its timeouts if they need them, including a 20. But they will not need them, it would appear now. A 7-point lead as the Bulls coaches took a look up at the clock and wondered, well, now what do we do? 23 seconds left. They may just have to wait till Sunday and see if they can sneak one out. They will have to win one here if they have any hope of a series victory. They must win in Milwaukee. Those are the colors of the Milwaukee Bucks. That forest green, dark green that they have, and very colorful uniforms they've worn for many years up here. Nice place to watch a game. Good place to come. The fans are very supportive. It's a nice atmosphere for basketball here. This is one of the model franchises in the NBA. It's been very steady, and the fans support them every year. I used to broadcast up here during the 70s, Johnny, and I remember very well seeing the great series between the Bulls and the Bucks. And nothing brings out the enthusiasm and support of Milwaukee fans more than the word Chicago.
That's right. It sure does. Sunday, the Bulls will stay overnight here, Bill. They'll practice tomorrow, and then Sunday at noon, they'll be right back here to take on the Bucks. And I would wonder, the Bucks pressing and trapping has not really paid off dividends, as Terry Cummings has 22 in the game, and Moncrief ties his career playoff high at 28. I wonder what would happen if they just played him straight on. Don't give the ball to anybody. Don't give layups to anybody. Let's play him straight, hard-nosed defense and see how many more points they're going to get.
Who knows? Maybe we'll see that. Jones lobs it deep. Woolridge is the target. That was off of the glass. Too high for him. Tough play. Moncrief in the forward court. 18 seconds remaining. Milwaukee that far away from victory number 1 in this playoff. Jordan tried for the steal. Here's Mokeski. And the Bucks are going to log a victory. And the fans cheers. Mokeski dribbles the ball. Cummings. They don't even have to shoot it. 5 seconds left. There was no shot clock on because there was less than 24 seconds when the possession began. When the Bulls started the possession. Orlando Woolridge drew the foul at 5 on him. But of course it's all academic now as Moncrief gets to the line and the fans sensing victory. You can see them in the background over Orlando's shoulders starting now to make toward the exit. Moncrief with 28. 5 seconds left and the Bulls are powerless to stop the clock. And Don Nelson has him right where he was.
This is a little bit like the college ranks. He's making some substitutions. He took Mokeski and Pressey out to get him a hand. What a fine job they've done tonight.
Moncrief with a new series high. He puts that second one in. He has 30 points. 30 points, a new series high for him. 2 seconds. Dailey with 1 second. And this game is over. And the Milwaukee Bucks have taken game 1 of this series.